Why not? Indulge, my brother.
So yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
My brothers. Cheers. Cheers to y'all out there watching. Everybody out there watching. I know a lot of my people out there watching. I just sent out the link, so what's up with y'all?
I think a lot of people are confused. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I think a lot of people are confused when they're not an actual fan of who you are. They'll just go with he was a troublemaker. That's why I wanted to clear the air on that to start the conversation. Because you're somebody who has intelligent, great conversations. You always had great relationships. It's clear that you are the type of individual that would let everybody feel like they're a part of your life. I do the same shit. You know what I mean? I could go to Panera right now and grab some food, and I'm talking to the cashier. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm that type of a person where I just make everybody feel like they'll remember me because of that. Because I'm loud. I'm willing to have a conversation with somebody. I'll try to pick somebody up if I see they're down. You know what I mean? And people could have their judgments about me. They could say whatever they think I am and something like that. But one thing that everybody around me knows for sure is that I genuinely care about people. I want well for people. I feel like you're the same way. And I think that's gotten you to where you are. That's why people stop and listen to you.
I've given more in my life. My mama tells you, I've given way more in my life to other people than I've given myself. Today I can say that and wholeheartedly believe it. And I'm fine with saying that. You know, doing something for someone else that don't benefit you is the highest act you can do, right? So I know I've done that. You know, I've made mistakes. I've done wrong shit. I've done people wrong. You know, I've done all kind of shit in my life. But I know my good outweigh the bad. Yeah. You know, so I can live with that.
I think that's what's important. Absolutely. I always try to ask myself, how will the story be told, too? You know, how in this interaction, if I don't know what the best decision or right course of action, if it's through business, if it's with my girl, if it's through my boys, my whoever it is, how will the story be told? Let me make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to make sure that I really left no stone unturned and, you know, try to, you know, rectify whatever the situation, whatever the issue possibly could have been, because that's important. And especially when you're somebody like yourself, you're a public figure, and you do speak publicly on these podcasts. I'm sure it reaches people in ways that you probably like, damn, further than you could have expected. Right. So you have to keep yourself accountable and kind of remind yourself, how will the story be told? It's definitely important. So, I mean, you just tossed Shakur, right? Shakur Stevenson, right? You just toss him.
I don't toss him. I hate when people think they're above criticism. Like if you look at my page, even in his DM, I've saluted him many a times. And if you look at the post, I say we rooting for you. I was rooting for you. I want you to win. But nobody want to watch that type of fight. Even he said it. But what I've noticed now is I can say the same thing the whole world's saying. They're going to take it different coming from me. I don't know why. Maybe you respect me more. But I just said the same thing you said after your fight. And I said the same thing everybody else said. So I think people just respect what I'm saying and they get hurt when I say it. But I ain't got no bad blood towards Lil Bro. I want him to win. Jay Prince is a good friend of mine. We damn near family. So he's a kid too. Like I'm way older than him. So I don't want to be beef with damn sure no kid, but I don't want to beef with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak my opinion on anything and everything, regardless who like it. First of all, let me say that. But I want the kid to win, man. That just wasn't. I've seen him do better, right? And everybody's seen him fight better, and that's all I was saying. We want to see Shakur. We don't want to see that, regardless if it's whatever he was dealing with. Now they're saying his hand or whatever. I've seen people fight with broken hands. I've seen boxers win with dislocated shoulders. I played 3 years I'm not a boxer, so I probably say I couldn't do it as a boxer, but as a basketball player, I played with a broken toe for 3 years. Damn. Just to get a check. So I'm a champion. I know what it takes. To push. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it wasn't no knock to him at all. It wasn't the Shakur I was used to seeing, and no knock to him. I don't want no beef with the dude. I want him to win, continue to make his money, and it's all love this way.
Yeah. I felt that. I felt the exact same way. I was just having a conversation with Fred minutes prior, and then he sent me that what you posted. I'm like, I was like, it's not. We all have to be able to take credit. We see it going on right now. That's in front of the world. It's Joe Budden versus Drake. Joe Budden throws a little shot, and Drake feels a certain way. And guess what? thank you, Joe Budden. I appreciate you because the Scary Hours that he just dropped is fire. You know what I'm saying? It's fire, so thank you. But he definitely torched Joe Budden in there quite a few times, but it's some good music. And I think that with the criticism that you left for Shakur Stevenson, I think next fight he goes out and he has a little bit of an extra bite to him. So
and I'm going to be there supporting him. I'm going to be there whether he like it or not. I'm going to be there supporting him because I'm a boxing fan. I'm not watching the fight. I'm not a fan and watching the fights because of certain people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got relationships with certain people, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a fan of boxing. I was going to boxing matches when Floyd was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother Al Harrington was taking turns. Ask Sam Watson, who be in the ring at every fight. Sam will tell y'all all facts. Me and Al was showing up the day of Floyd fights and going to the cage and getting that bag and buy tickets for years. And he'll tell you nobody was doing that. So I'm just a boxing fan, man, and I'm going to support all those young brothers that's getting this money because they're making a lot of money in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I want them all. I got relationships with Benavidez Camp. Okay. I got relationships with Boots and the Chef. That's my family for sure. Cool boy. I done made a relationship because I got a boxing show now. You know, I got a boxing show that I had on Showtime, so Fight Time. So I got a lot of relationships with a lot of those guys. I just want those guys to be able to take criticism because they criticize Michael Jordan, and none of y'all close. And they still criticizing Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Floyd might go down as the best ever, and they still criticizing him. Yeah. So you got to be able to take criticism, man. And if you and the greats, you only taking criticism if you're doing something great. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. People don't criticize people that ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're fans of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like people like us, like especially me. I can speak for me and Matt, especially when on our show. When we talking about other sports, we put ourselves in the position as a champion. As being able to be a champion and be the best in your sport. We know we can't do what they do. You know what I'm saying? We know it's no way possible that our bodies could do what they do. But in our sport, we were that. You know what I'm saying? So we correlated that way.
You're not just speaking from nothing.
Nah, I got these rings on for a reason, bro. Hello. You know what I'm saying? So we try to correlate it to that. But one thing about me and Matt, we don't never disrespect nobody. We don't get personal. We speak our opinion on the sport and your performance. But we don't attack nobody personally, and that's what a lot of people do. You know, we know how to disagree without demeaning the next person, and I think that's what a lot of people need to learn.
Absolutely,
especially in sports commentary. I know that was a big thing with Stephen A. Smith, and I think he spoke on that specifically. He said, "Look, I'm not attacking nobody's judgment, nobody's character off the. You do what you want to do. I'm judging you in this game, as I should." Okay?
You said Stephen A. said that?
Stephen A.
He might stretch across the bounds a little bit.
Of course, but you got to hear him say it. He rolls, he lays it out much better. But that was his point. He's like, listen, of course I'm going to criticize your game because I want to see the best in you. I want to see you show up every Sunday and ball out. I want to see you do the best you possibly can. And if you don't, I'm going to speak on it. But I'm not trying to tear you down.
Well, you know what they said about me and Ron and Jermaine O'Neal after that brawl? They attacked. They said everything they could say about what? Yeah. I'm talking about attacking our character, everything, bro. Like not knowing nothing about us, but not just for 1 year, for 20 years till we were able to drop the documentary, bro. So nobody can't talk to me about being criticized. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear none of that. But it come with it. I'd rather have the life I have, be able to play in the NBA, go through the ups and downs, and deal with the criticism than not go through it at all. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather this life. I wouldn't change nothing.
You know what? For me, when I watched that, and I'm a young kid. You know, coming up, I'm getting into fights all the time. For me, the first thing I thought, I was like, that's for me. I always want somebody like that by my side. So you can't be just no regular person next to me. You got to be somebody like that. You seen what he did when this happened? For a large majority of us men coming up and loving the sport, I think that's what we got out of it more than anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the type of people we need on our side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how you got to come up. That's the strong circle. And coming up. Like, now, granted, now it's a different world. It'll still happen if it had to happen. But coming up, we're always fighting. You know what I mean?
But it won't be done in today's game of loyalty, right? Either somebody will be pushed or too embarrassed, or it won't be done off, you know what I'm saying, just particularly riding for your teammate. Like, I would love a nigga like Draymond on my team any day.
Because
any day.
Yeah.
Because I know he riding with me through anything. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he knew going to grab Rudy was a win.
Yeah.
Everybody that was watching the game knew Rudy wasn't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
but you seen my boy Jay going there. I don't care what's going on.
Yeah.
First people, I'm yanking them. You know what I'm saying? Because Clay ain't like that. Clay ain't got no. It's not a physical guy. You know what I'm saying? That's always causing problems. So I just love guys like Dre. Right or wrong, I'm riding.
Yeah. Now Rudy's expression was the best. Seeing there like, whoa. He didn't use his MMA there.
He was just hoping it would be over.
But no, it's dope. I think that